Hello and welcome to Value Chain TV News Update. I am Adalbio Gwejofor with the news. And on the news update, Minister of Power Chief Adebayo Adelabu has described the passage of the electricity bill as a crucial enabler in widening access to power through solar-powered mini-grids. The minister, who said this at the commissioning of the 35,224 kilowatts power interconnected hybrid solar mini-grids project in Total Community, Nasarawa State, said it is no longer business as usual in the sector. Khadija Jibril completes the report.
Chief Adelabu commended President Bola Tinubu for the passage of the 2023 Electricity Act into law. According to him, the law has enabled state and local government alongside private entities to actively participate in the power sector.
Gone are the days of short-term profiteering in this power business. Gone are the days. It's a long-term business and you must break to work with us. You must invest in infrastructure for the long term. It is not like telecoms. If anybody deceives you then, you must wake up from your slumber and you must do the right thing.
Community will declare this solar farm open. Thank you.
Country Director of PowerGen, the developers of the mini-grid, Mr. Sheun Edon, described the event as iconic and a result of the vision of the federal government, invaluable support of the World Bank and the committed execution by the Rural Electrification Agency to scale up reliable, sustainable, renewable energy in the country. Some beneficiaries of the project, who spoke to Value Chain TV, said the running costs of their businesses have significantly reduced.
I have operating one major business and 6 SMEs, that is smaller businesses. All of them, they need electricity and they need to be powered. You understand? We power our appliances and equipment with petrol, which is PMS, and gasoline, with diesel. But right now, all those things have been educated. As at last year, we spent over 1.8 million on diesel to power appliances. But for the past 6 months now, I saw a reduction by 70% of my cost.
A gas muna kashe 690. So idan muka yi minus saukin da muka samu tsakanin amfani da inji da PowerGen mun samu saukin 390. 300 da sauki da 90 saukin da muka samu kenan. So ma'aikatan da suke tare da mu suna muna aiki a wannan kamfanin yogurt, muka yi zama da su muka ce to wannan fa garabasa da PowerGen ta zo mana da shi zai shafi kowa da kowa. A nan muka zo na muka musu ƙarin samayyansu, which mean kowanne ya zo aiki a lokaci kuma mu raba kayan a lokaci a shigar da shi kasuwanni.
For Value Chain TV, Khadija Jibril reporting.
Staff salaries of federal workers and non-debt recurrent costs negotiated between the federal government and Labour are expected to cost 7.76 trillion naira in 2023, according to data from the initial 2023 budget and the recently signed 2023 supplementary budget. Details from the Budget Office indicate that 1.01 trillion naira of the total budget is for recurrent expenditure, with 1.17 trillion naira for capital expenditure. The supplementary budget is set to increase the total non-debt recurrent expenditure of the federal government to 7.76 trillion naira and the capital expenditure to 4.53 trillion naira. Of the amount budgeted for recurrent expenditure, at least 4.31 trillion naira will be spent on salaries. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has said that the country's supply of crude oil to European buyers has jumped to 730,000 barrels per day this year, following strong demand caused by the Russian and Ukrainian war. Executive Director, Crude and Condensate, NNPC Trading Limited, Mariamu Idris, said the oil flow to Europe rose to fill supply gaps left by the ban of Russian crude following its invasion of its Eastern European neighbor. Idris, who spoke during a panel presentation at the August European Crude Conference in London, noted that 6 months before the war, 678,000 barrels per day of Nigerian crude grades went to Europe, compared to 710,000 barrels per day 6 months later and 730,000 barrels per day so far this year. The Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative has revealed that the contribution by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company declined significantly by 56%. Executive Secretary of NEITI, Dr. Obonaya Oji, disclosed this in the latest fiscal allocation and statutory disbursement 2020 to 2021 report published by NEITI. The report noted that contribution from the Federal Inland Revenue Service also dropped by 10% between January 1st, 2020 and December 31st, 2021. Chat Moses completes the report.
According to the report, the federal government's revenue-generating agencies remitted a total of about 14.38 trillion as revenue from the extractive sector to the Federation's account between January 1st, 2020 and December 31st, 2021. It listed the revenue-generating agencies to include the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, the Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Commission, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development, and the Nigerian Customs Service. A breakdown of the remittances showed that mineral revenue accounted for 6.40 trillion, about 44.5% of the total remittance for the period, while other non-mineral revenue, excluding value-added tax, contributed 4.80 trillion, about 33.37% of the total remittance. While presenting the highlights of the report, Mr. Oji said it looked at independent assessment of financial transactions in the area of revenue receipts and payment, and how the processes weighed on the scale of transparency and accountability in the oil and gas sector during the period under review. For Value Chain TV, Chat Moses reporting.
Nigeria has the highest cement price in the world for the last 10 years. National Chairman of the Cement Producers Association of Nigeria, David Iweta, disclosed this while speaking to newsmen in Lagos. Iweta stressed that despite claims by the three major cement plant owners in Nigeria, the country will need an additional 7 to 10 million metric tons per annum to meet local demands due to the increase in housing and infrastructure construction. He maintained that the high cement price in the country was as a result of the inability of the industry to meet the demand for the commodity, while suggesting that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should end the monopoly in the cement production in the country. And that's it on the news update. I am Adabio Gwejofo. Thanks for staying with us.